Hey everybody, Whitney here. So today I want to talk about the relationship between celiac disease, non-celiac gluten sensitivity, and various skin issues. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you've probably heard me talk about the fact that there's this misconception that if you're gluten sensitive or if you have celiac disease, one of the ways that it's obvious is you get, gas and bloating and abdominal cramping and diarrhea and things like that. That's true for some percentage of people that are gluten sensitive, but actually diseases of the skin are among the most common presentations of celiac disease. And even though there's not as much research done around non-celiac gluten sensitivity, the anecdotal correlations between skin issues and non-celiac gluten sensitivity is pretty compelling. So there are some inflammatory skin conditions that are pretty common in the population. Rosacea, chronic urticaria, which basically is a fancy way of saying hives, adult acne, keratosis pilaris, which is affectionately referred to as chicken skin. They're like these little bumps that a lot of people get on the back of their arms or on their thighs. Even chronic dry skin can be related to non-celiac gluten sensitivity and celiac disease. These inflammatory skin conditions, they can just be caused by inflammatory responses like flares to triggers, dietary triggers like gluten, but also they can be a result of chronic nutrient deficiencies that derive from chronic gluten exposure, right? So if you are sensitive to gluten and you're eating it a lot and it's causing a lot of inflammation in the gut and it's doing some damage to the gut, you're going to have a harder time absorbing nutrients. And so you might wind up not absorbing a lot of your fat-soluble vitamins or just essential fatty acids. So you get dry skin, and then you get that chicken skin as well. Those are like nutrient deficiency issues. Other things like, the acne and the rosacea, those are more inflammatory, right? And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have full-on autoimmune skin conditions like psoriasis, alopecia, the autoimmune hair loss, dermatitis herpetiformis, and also eczema. So these are all autoimmune conditions that are found at high rates in populations with celiac disease, but also are found to improve when non-celiac people go on a gluten-free diet. So there is some anecdotal high prevalence of correlation with improvement in all of these autoimmune conditions when people go gluten-free. Now, many of the women that I work with in my practice already know that they are gluten sensitive or they've been diagnosed with celiac disease, and I'm helping them repair all the damage that the years of gluten exposure has done to their health. And many of these women have these kinds of chronic skin issues that they're still trying to clear. Now, what I've also seen in my practice are people who come to me with chronic skin issues and they have no idea that they're gluten sensitive. And then when we screen them for gluten sensitivity, they show up with elevated antibodies to a lot of different gluten and wheat peptides. So I've seen that kind of correlation in my practice. And then these women get relief when we start cleaning up the gluten from their environment, from their diet, and also doing some therapeutic healing protocols. So if you are one of the millions of women who have a chronic skin issue, or someone in your family who has rosacea or psoriasis or chronic hives, whatever the skin issue is, if they haven't been screened for celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, please, please, please recommend that they get that testing done. And if you yourself have one of these skin issues and you have yet to be tested for gluten sensitivity, I really recommend that you locate a functional practitioner like myself, get the lab work done, and start solving this mystery. If you already know you're gluten sensitive because you had the test done, but you haven't gotten the results that you want from your gluten-free diet, just hop on my website at morgannutrition.com. And in the top fold, you'll see a button that'll link you to download my free PDF, and it's called 5 Steps to a Gluten-Free House. Make sure to download that because that's going to give you the guidance that you need to eliminate gluten and wheat from your environment and create a home that is truly safe for you. Alrighty, thanks everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.